Hey everyone, this is Mara Allard of Wind, Water, and Wisdom, and I would love to do a little Mara musings and feng shui today. I want to talk about stuff. You know, we have too much of it, most of us, and when I was really stressed and working a lot of hours, online shopping was such a release for me. And I feel it's a release for a lot of people, putting things in carts, checking out. A box comes to the door. We don't even have to leave the house. I mean, how cool is this? Before, back in the day, you had to get in the car, you had to drive. So many things could happen that you wouldn't even go shopping. But now you don't have to move. You can be in your sweatpants. You can be anywhere and purchase stuff. It's that easy. And it comes to the door, literally to your door. All you have to do is open a box and put it away. But I feel we have too much of it. And a lot of it is just giving us a little hit of dopamine. Like, we get excited for a short period of time, and then it passes until we buy something else. And as we know, stuff adds to clutter, and clutter slows down energy, and we need energy to move in our homes. But here's a story about stuff. My very last real estate client was a 98-year-old man and his wife, who was 97. They lived in a stunning home in Swampscott, Massachusetts, 1 block from the ocean, at a very desired beach. They had a beautiful home with beautiful things. They had traveled the world. They had art from China, artifacts from India, grandfather clocks galore, beautiful rugs, just furniture that was pristine, elegant. There was so many things in this house, let alone the worth of the house. But his wife had gotten sick, and she was in a nursing home down the street, and he couldn't stay with her, and she was miserable without him. They had been together since they were teenagers, since they were 19 years old, and they were in their 90s. They had never been apart. She had dementia, and her health had failed to a place where she was in a wheelchair, and him being 98 couldn't care for her any longer. So he called me to sell his home, and he was going to move into the assisted living down the street, into a studio with his wife, take her out of the nursing home, put her in assisted living so he and her could be together, because he couldn't live at the nursing home. And I said, what are we going to do with all these things? This home, these beautiful, beautiful things. And he said, I don't care. They're just things. All that matters is my wife. All that matters, all these beautiful, beautiful things don't matter. I just want to be with her. We moved them in to a little 1-room studio with 2 twin beds, 1 dresser, a few lamps, and a couple of pictures. And they were happy. So, so happy. It was not the stuff. It was the people. And then Sarah Blondin, if you don't follow her, look her up. She is great for meditative guidance. And she just put out in her newsletter, she lives in Canada, and that this summer they had the fires, and they got really close to her, and she lives with her children and my husband, I believe. And she wanted to pack a bag to get ready in case there was an emergency. And at the end, she said there was very, very little that she put in that bag. She said 2 rocks that she had that she liked, some special memories of her children. That was about it. Really, when it comes down to the very important things in life, it's not the stuff. It never will be the stuff. It never was, and it never will be. The stuff keeps us sometimes safe from the relationships that mean things, but it's not the stuff. I was really fortunate to have my son visit my youngest son this past weekend, and it was the time spent talking to him that was important. It was the meals shared together. It was the trips in the car, sitting by the beach, hanging out at the house. It was the time. It wasn't the stuff. We didn't buy a thing besides food. It's the experiences, the being with the people that we love and we hold dear. So next time you want to hit that little shopping cart, think for a minute. Do I need it? And then wait. Because at the end of the day, the stuff will never matter. Have a good one.